Good morning, guys, and welcome to Sunrise Vinyasa. So go ahead and take a few minutes to get yourself on your mat, finding a very comfortable seat to start today's practice with a short 5-minute meditation, and then we'll get. So for today's practice, we're going to focus on releasing the spine, releasing the inner hips, and opening up the chest as well. So take a few moments here to find the most comfortable seat in either lotus or hero's pose. Closing your eyes and allow yourself to take a couple of very deep breaths, lengthening your inhalation and your exhalation, filling the lungs to their fullest capacity, and taking your time to allow all of the breath to leave the body. Slowing down. And settling in. Begin to bring your awareness to the sit bones, the entire area that's resting on the earth. Begin to tilt your pelvis back and forth. And as you tip your pelvis back and forth, nice and slowly, finding the heaviest space where your sit bones sit on the earth, finding center. And as you find center, as you inhale, taking the rest of the spine all the way up towards the ceiling, reaching through the crown of the head, and aligning the chin with the earth. Begin to draw the navel inward towards the spine, finding integrity throughout the body, finding a tall seat. Sliding the shoulders back, aligning the shoulders with the heart, allowing the chest to naturally open. And slowly beginning to take your breath, your awareness to your breath, the touch point of the breath, the area inside of the nostrils and above the upper lip. Notice the temperature of the breath from when you inhale versus the temperature of the breath from when you exhale. Noticing any and all other sensations within this triangular area, the area inside of the nostrils and above the upper lip. Naming all of these sensations from the seat of the observer, where there's no reaction nor judgment. Simply observe. Tingling sensations, throbbing sensations, tickling sensations, without reaction, only observation. Focusing the mind, moment by moment. And every time that your awareness wants to go for a walk into any other thought outside of the framework of the body, with a gentle loving kindness, softly bring your awareness back to the breath, back to the touch point of the breath, inside of the nostrils and above the upper lip. From here, we're going to start to slide the thumbs right under the armpits, and then allow the palms to land over your chest and the length of the fingers. And to take a couple of deeper breaths here to feel the sensations of the hands around the chest, the weight of the hands, and the warmth that permeates from them. Begin to inhale the warmth from the hands into the body. Exhaling the breath throughout every single corner, down to the toes, and all the way to the top of the head. As you connect with the touch of the heartbeat that dances along the palms of the hands and the lengths of the fingers, begin to find your intention for today's practice in this stillness, in this space. As you set your intention for today's practice, we're going to seal the intention within our bodies, within our hearts, with a low hum, the sound of M, as you exhale, keeping the lips sealed, and keeping the vibrations inside of the body. Let's take our inhalation now to our low guttural M. The base of the exhalation, begin to take the hands back towards heart center in Anjali Mudra, prayer position, and start to vigorously rub your hands together, creating heat through friction. Once you find your hands get toasty and warm, cupping the hands over the eyes, inhaling the warmth. And then as you exhale here, releasing the hands away from the face, a gentle transition from darkness to light. From here to begin, we're going to take the hands over the knees. We're going to inhale, reach through the crown of the head, opening up the chest, opening up the heart. On your exhalation, pulling the navel towards the spine, scooping the belly in as you come into your forward fold. At the base of your exhalation, you're going to start to take the body up towards the right in a circular motion to ascend. You're going to start to descend as you exhale over through the left side, making big circles with the crown of the head, releasing the spine. You can start to close your eyes here if you want to, and synchronize your breath with your movement. Begin to bring a lot of movement in through the entire length of the spine, from the base of the skull all the way down to the tailbone. Bringing dynamic movement in through the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists. For 3, 2, and 1. Begin to change directions, going towards the opposite side. You're going to ascend on the left and descend on the right. Bringing lots of movement throughout the body as much as you can without lifting the sit bones, keeping your base firmly rooted into the earth for 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Coming all the way back up to center. We're going to inhale, reach all the way up towards the sky. Pull the navel in. As you exhale, we're going to twist over towards the right side. We're going to take the left hand over the right knee. The right hand's going to land right behind the body. Inhale to lift through the crown, open up the heart and the chest. On your exhalation, you're going to take an even deeper twist, taking your gaze past the right shoulder. Guide your breath from the crown of the head all the way down the length of the spine, releasing the breath at the tailbone. Perfect. Inhale all the way back to center. And then as you exhale, we're going to twist all the way over towards the left side. Right hand on the left knee, left hand out behind you. Inhale, open up your chest, reach to the crown. And as you exhale, scoop the belly in as you take a deeper twist towards the left side, guiding your inner gaze past the left shoulder. Perfect. Let's inhale all the way back to center. As you exhale, we're going to flip the palms away from each other, sweep back wide, taking the hands behind the body, interlace the fingers. On your inhalation, you're going to lift your heart all the way up towards the ceiling and take your hands all the way up behind you. As you exhale, you're going to begin to take your hands away from the earth. At the base of the exhalation, begin to descend the chin over the chest, bringing length to the backside of the neck. 3. Allowing the head to become heavy. 2. And 1. Slowly begin to relax the elbows, release the hands. And from here, we're going to start to open up the hips. Let's take the pads of the feet together. Take the heels close towards the groin at a comfortable distance where there's about 10% tension. Once you have the feet set, we're going to inhale, reach up to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to fold over the legs, releasing the spine, taking the palms of the hands back down to the earth. On the next inhalation, take your gaze towards your hands, and you're going to inhale to pull your heart towards them. Scoop the belly in. On your exhalation, take a slightly deeper forward fold. Can you begin to soften the thighs and the glutes, allowing the hips to open up further, allowing the knees to drape towards the earth for 3, 2, and 1. Begin to walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to take the legs back together, and then we're going to flip the legs out behind us, coming into tabletop position. Tucking the toes under to open up the backs of the feet and the entire back meridian line. Taking the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to inhale cat, exhale to cow. Inhale, tuck the tailbone under, lift the navel towards the spine, lifting the spine all the way up towards the sky. Taking the back of the heart through the space between the shoulders. As you exhale, you're going to release the belly, release the spine, open up the heart and the chest, take your gaze forward. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale to cat. And exhale to cow. 2. Last breath. Excellent. All right. So let's take the spine back to center in the tabletop position here. We're going to slide the right toes back. We're just going to start to engage the spine, warming up the spine to begin doing our sun salutations. We're going to slide the left hand forward. Pull the navel towards the spine to support and engage. As you inhale, lift these limbs all the way up the ground. Press back through the right heel and reach through the left fingertips for 3, 2, and 1. On your exhalation, take the elbow and the knee inward, lifting the spine up to the sky. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, press and reach. Exhale in. Inhale, press and reach. Exhale in. Release the limbs back to the earth. Tucking the right toes under, sending the left toes back and the right hand forward. Navel to spine, inhale to lift. Press all the way nice and strongly through that left heel and reach all the way forward through the right fingertips. Lengthen the spine. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale in, curl the spine up. Inhale to press and reach. Perfect. Inhale in, exhale in. Inhale to press and reach. Perfect. Releasing the limbs back. And then sending the heels back into downward facing dog. So as you take the heels back, we're going to adjust the hands first. Open up your fingers nice and wide. You're going to take the pinkies all the way to the edges of the mat, taking, pressing the heels of the hands in through the earth and pressing the lengths of the fingers all the way down. Notice that once you press the fingers down and the heels of the palms, that the center of the palms begin to lift away from the mat. This ensures an appropriate shoulder girdle engagement. So from here, start to push the mat away from you, descending the shoulders away from the ears, and taking the gaze towards the inner thighs. Lift the sit bones up high to the sky, and on your next exhalation, descend the heels of the feet closer to the earth. Take 2 more breaths here before inviting movement back into the body. Relax the head. And then begin to pedal out the knees. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Getting a little bit of length throughout the back of the legs, a little bit of movement. As you start to pedal out the knees, you can even cinch one side of the body and the other, bringing a little bit of mobility and movement in through the spine for 3, 2, creating any additional movement as you wish in this downward facing dog. And 1. Perfect. Let's inhale, bend the knees, navel to spine. Take your gaze towards the front of your mat. On your exhalation, you can either step or hop towards the front. Inhale to flat back. And then exhale to forward fold. Inhale to paint the sun on the way up. Hastasana. Exhale through heart center to Samastitihi. Perfect. We made it all the way back up. All right. So before we continue, stay at the front of your mat. We're just going to open up the feet slightly wider than hip width distance apart. We're going to start to open up the sides of the body. Inhale, reaching the fingertips all the way up towards the sun. As you exhale, you're going to take your right hand down as you fold all the way over towards the right. Pressing the left foot deeply into the earth as you continuously reach all the way over towards the right. You start to take your gaze towards the inner left arm for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to center. And then exhale to fold all the way over towards the left side. Continuously reach to open up the right side of the body for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to center. This time we're going to take both of the hands together and we're going to take the feet back together once they were in Samastitihi. We're going to take the index fingers all the way up towards the ceiling, interlacing the last 3 fingers. Inhale to press up. On your exhalation, you're going to keep your hips stacked over your ankles as you trace the index fingers back, opening up your heart towards the sun. Upon your inhalation, sweep the index fingers towards the right, opening up the left side of the body. Upon your exhalation, travel all the way back. Inhale to the left. Continue shifting from the left side to the right, right side to left with the rhythm of your breath. Allowing an extension in the spine, opening up the heart towards the sun for 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Inhale back to center. On your next exhalation, tuck the chin in towards the chest, and you're going to glide the index fingers forward. You're going to pull the index fingers all the way forward. Continuously reach as you open up the space between the shoulder blades, opening up the back of the heart. Upon the next inhalation, you're going to swing the index fingers over towards the right, opening up the left side. And as you exhale, you're going to swing all the way back through center. And then inhale towards the left. Continue to shift from side to side with the rhythm of your breath. For 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hop or step back, plank. In your plank, press back through the heels. Open up your fingers wide and pivot the inner eyes of the elbows forward. Reach through the crown of the head, navel to spine. Hold the breath as you at the base of your exhalation, and then slowly start to lower yourself down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen your breath for 3 of the longest breaths that you can take, filling the lungs to their fullest capacity on each inhalation, and taking the time to relieve all of the breath from the lungs on each exhalation. 2 more breaths. At the base of the final exhalation, bending the knees. Inhaling, navel to spine. Exhale, hop or step towards the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise. Trace the sun all the way up. Hastasana. Exhale. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. At the base of your exhalation, pull the navel towards the spine, and then ever so slowly make your way all the way down. Hugging the arms in through the trunk. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Last breath. As you inhale, bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale. Oops. Step or hop towards the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise. Trace the sun on the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. 2 more, slightly quicker pace. Inhale, Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Lowering down on empty lungs, hugging the navel in. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last breath. Inhale to bend the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale to hop, step towards the front. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samastitihi. Hastasana. Uttanasana, forward fold. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, plank. Hugging the arms in, lowering down on empty lungs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze towards the front. Exhale, hop or step towards the front, flat back on your inhalation. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to trace the sun. Exhale, Samastitihi. Okay, coming into sun salutations B. Let's inhale, hands all the way rise, and you're going to take your sit bones way back into space. Make sure that you can still see your feet. And if you don't, slide the sit bones back further into space and then readjust the spine. You're going to take the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Open up your fingers nice and wide, sliding your arms alongside the ears. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. At the base of your exhalation, we're going to inhale, shift the right foot forward. You're going to pivot the back foot, landing on the heel. The back foot's going to be at about a 45-degree angle, coming into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Square the hips, navel to spine, sliding the fingertips up to the sky. Palms and fingertips touch, taking your gaze toward the base of the palms, your drishti. Exhale, hands come back down to the ground. Pivot the back foot, step the right foot back, plank to lower all the way down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana through the left side. Pivot the back foot, landing on the heel. Square the hips, navel to spine, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands come back down to the earth. Step back plank, lower down on empty lungs at the base of your exhalation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen the breath, 3 breaths. Release the weight of the head. Release the weight of the thoughts. Feeling the earth beneath all 4 limbs, equally pressing. Last breath. Bending the knees, inhale, navel to spine. Exhale, hop or step to the front. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise. Inhale, take your sit bones back into space. I keep wanting to miss chair. And you're going to glide your fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling, taking your seat back into Utkatasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastiti. Let's move through 2 more. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana, taking your sit bones way back into space. You're going to start to draw the inner thighs in together without collapsing the knees in. Press through the feet, push the ankles away, firing up the sides of the glutes and the thighs. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Lowering down on empty lungs. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, pivot the back. Virabhadrasana. Exhale, hands come back down to the earth, step back, plank. Lowering down on empty lungs, hugging the arms in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward, pivot the back. Exhale, plank. Lowering down on empty lungs, hugging the arms in. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen the breath. Last breath. Inhale to bend the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale, hop or step to the front. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Slide the sit bones way back into space, bending the knees. Inhale to take the fingertips across the earth up to the ceiling. Exhale through heart center, Samasthiti. Last sun salutation B. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Lowering down on empty lungs, hugging the arms in. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, pivot the back. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands come back down to the earth, step back plank. Lowering down on empty lungs. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward, pivot the back. Virabhadrasana. Exhale, hands come back down to the ground, step back planks to lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Three breaths. Remember that at any point in time during any of these classes, you always have the option of going into child's pose. And you also have the option of moving your body in any other way of your heart's desire. If your body is ever asking you to make an adjustment or a movement, please feel free to do so, honoring your body, your first and wisest teacher. All right, let's bend the knees. Inhale, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale, hop or step to the front. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, take the sit bones back into space, tracing the fingertips across the earth up to the sky. Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale through heart center, Samasthiti. Perfect. All right. Moving onward. Inhale, paint the sun. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, step or hop back plank. Lowering down on empty lungs, hugging the navel and the arms in. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to give our spines a little bit of a twist here before stepping forward. Inhale, the right foot all the way up towards the sky. Point the toes, bend the knee. Begin to slide the toes over towards the right side. Take a peek underneath your armpit and see if you can see your toe. Lift your knee up a little bit higher into space, pressing in through the other three limbs heavily into the earth for 3, 2, and 1. As you inhale, begin to square the hips towards the earth, and then step the right foot all the way forward. We're going to pivot the back foot, aligning the short edge of the mat. Navel to spine. Inhale to windmill the arms all the way up into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So our bodies are going to want to shift forward. You're going to shift the hips back, stacking them over the hips. Start to push down on both feet and then push the feet firmly away from each other, taking your gaze past the right fingertips. We're going to start to shift and move here with the rhythm of our breath, flipping the palms up. On your inhalation, pressing through the right foot, rise all the way up. Exhale to sink down even further than before. Continue to shift up and down with the rhythm of your breath. For 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to flip the right hand up. The left arm is going to loop around the back body towards the opposite hip, towards the right hip. And then we're going to inhale to trace the right fingertips across the ceiling. As you exhale, sink into your pose as you shift the fingertips back into Exalted Warrior. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, sliding your arms back to center. Exhale to straighten out that right leg. Slide your fingertips past the right toes. Pivot from the hips into Trikonasana, triangle posture. Taking the outer right hand into the inner right leg, pressing down through both feet. And then you're going to reach all the way up to the sky through the left fingertips. And take your gaze, if that's available for you today, up towards the left thumb. For 3, guiding your breath through the entire back side of the right leg. 2, and 1. Pulling the navel in, inhale back to center. Exhale to bend the right knee, windmill the arms down, step back plank. Moving either through Vinyasa or you can take child's pose for a couple of breaths. Last breath. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Point the toes, bend the knee, and then slide the toes over towards the right side. Take a peek under your armpit and see if you can see your foot. Perfect. Slide the knee all the way up towards the ceiling, pressing through all 3 limbs equally into the earth for 3, 2, and 1. As you inhale, square the hips, navel to spine, and step the left foot all the way forward. Pivot the back foot, aligning it with the short edge of the mat, navel to spine, windmill the arms up into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Stacking the shoulders over the hips, pressing through both feet evenly, pushing them away from each other, taking your gaze past the left fingertips for 3, 2, and 1. Flip the palms up, inhale to rise. Exhale to sink. Continue to shift up and down with the rhythm of your breath. 3, 2, and 1. Let's flip the left palm up to the sky, and we're going to sweep the right arm behind the body towards the left hip. Inhale to trace the left fingertips up. Exhale to sink into your pose and slide the fingertips back, keeping your gaze towards the inner left arm. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale to open up to the back of the left leg. Slide the fingertips past the toes. Pivot from the hips into Trikonasana, triangle pose. It's guiding the outer left hand into the inner left leg. Reaching up to the sky through the right fingertips, pushing the feet away from each other, and taking your gaze up towards the right thumb rather. For 3, 2, and 1. Hug the navel in. Inhale to rise from the center. Exhale to bend the left knee. Windmill the arms down. Step the left foot back. Plank and lower down to the ground. Vinyasa or child's pose. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to shift back towards the front of the mat in order to twist the spine, further engage the legs. And also we're going to look at bringing a lot of breath and movement in through the body to re-energize and get ourselves prepped for the rest of the day. Take one last breath here. Bending the knees, inhale, navel to spine. Exhale, hop or step towards the front. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise, trace the sun on the way up. Exhale through hands, through heart center, Samastitihi. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of a dance here in our chair. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. So you have two options. When we come back at center, you can either come back to standing as you reach up. So we're going to be coming in through our twists through chair, or you can stay with your seat back as we come in through center. So when you take your twist off to either side, you're going to make sure that your knees are not square. So that side that you're twisting on, that knee is going to shift back slightly to start the twist at the lumbar spine in order for the rest of your spine to take a deeper twist all the way through the base of the neck. Perfect. All right. So let's go into our chair pose. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Take your sit bones all the way back into space. Let's take one breath here, pressing through the feet. Push your ankles away from each other. Arms up nice and high. 3, 2, 1. Inhale nice and strong. As you exhale, hands through heart center, twist to the right, sliding the right knee back slightly, pressing the outer left arm into the outer right leg. Shift your right shoulder back. Keep your heart open. 3, 2, 1. Inhale at center. Excellent. Exhale over to the left. Pressing the outer right arm into the outer left leg and shifting that left shoulder back, pressing through both hands vigorously. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center, a little bit faster. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Last one on either side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Let's inhale to rise all the way to standing. Inhale, center. And exhale, arms sweep back wide. Open up your heart. Release the shoulders. Excellent. All right, so before we make it back down to the earth, we're going to get bouncy. So think about bringing a lot of your momentum coming in and out of your forward folds through your hips, knees, and your ankles. Think about taking very deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale, nice strong breath out through the mouth. Your body becomes like a rag doll. Lots of movement in through the arms, in through the spine. Swing your body up and down. So I'm going to start. You can jump in whenever you want. In 3, coming in and out of a forward fold. Getting bouncy, big breath. 2 and 1. Inhale. And exhale all the way down. 4, 3, 2. Last one, big breath. And down. Perfect. Inhale up. Flip the palms wide and exhale to release. Beautiful. Stepping back towards the front of your mat. We're going to gradually make our way back down. Let's cross the shins and take the arms parallel towards the earth. We're going to bend the knees. Take the sit bones all the way down. Perfect. Uncross the legs. Plant the feet. And from here, we're going to be going into boat pose. So you have a couple of different variations here. First, we're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, reach to the crown of the head. And from here, we're going to start to come over towards the tippy toes. Keeping a nice long straight spine, begin to shift your spine back into space. From here, you can either keep your tippy toes touching on the ground, or you can start to lift the feet. You can even straighten them if you want. Holding here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in and then roll the spine back. Start to roll from side to side. Massage the spine. And begin to take the feet back down to the earth. Adjusting the heels close to the sit bones. Taking the arms alongside the body. Getting ready for bridge. Open up your fingers and your toes wide. Connecting to the earth. Heels towards the sit bones. Inhale to lift. Reach your hips up as high as you can to the sky. Lift your heart towards your chin for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, roll the spine back down, hug the knees in. Last bridge. Take the feet back down to the ground. Align the arms alongside the body. Open up the fingers and the toes wide. Inhale to lift. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, roll the spine all the way down. Hug the knees into the chest. Arms come wide into a T position. Plant the feet as wide as your mat and begin to swish the knees from side to side. You can go as fast or as slow as you want here. You can even choose to pause on either side to descend the inner knee closer to the earth, bringing further sensations throughout each hip. Slowing down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shifting yourself all the way back. From here, we're going to heel to the feet back in. Guide the arms alongside the body. And from here, you have a couple of different choices. You can either come into happy baby, where the knees are nice and wide and the feet are facing the sky. You can keep you can keep the legs hugged in. So we're looking at bringing a little bit of flexion into the spine. Or you can follow me into a plow pose. So taking your arms alongside the body. We're going to inhale to point the toes up to the sky, press to the arms. We're going to slide the legs all the way back behind the head. Breathing here. Opening up the back of the body. For 3, 2, and 1. Beginning to bend the knees and we'll roll the spine all the way back down. Sliding the feet out. And we're going to give ourselves a little bit of adjustment here in Shavasana. Start to wiggle out your hips. Take your arms into T. So to adjust the shoulders, creating space between them, we're going to inhale, paint the ceiling with the right fingertips all the way across the body. As you exhale, open your right wing nice and wide, creating space between the shoulders. Let's go through the left. Inhale, paint the ceiling with the left fingertips. And then exhale wide. Begin to close your eyes. And slowly begin to allow your breath to settle back to a neutral state. Noticing the space between the lungs and the heart with each breath. Slowly begin to bring your awareness down to the base of the feet. And gradually taking your awareness up the entire length of the body. Noticing if there's any muscle engagements. Noticing if there's any tension. If you ever come across either of these two things, send your exhalation into these areas, giving these muscles and these areas of the body permission to let go, release, and surrender. Surrender to gravity, giving the earth beneath you the full weight of your body and allowing you to rest. Up the legs, through the thighs and the glutes. Throughout the entire length of the spine, shoulders, arms, and neck. Softening the facial muscles, allowing the bottom jaw to become slack and relaxed. Can you bring your awareness back to the center of the chest? Noticing the heart's beat. Can you follow the heart's beat throughout the entire body, all the way down 4 limbs to the tips of the toes and the tips of the fingers? Following the heart's beat throughout the entire framework of the body. Slowly begin to glide the thumbs back underneath the armpits, resting the palms over the chest and the fingers over the chest. Closing today's practice the way we began it, with a low, deep guttural hum on our exhalation, with our lips sealed and a relaxed bottom jaw. Let's inhale the warmth from the hands in through the heart center, exhaling to the sound of M. Inhaling now. Taking the hands together and under the mudra prayer position, rubbing the hands vigorously together, creating heat through friction. Once the hands get toasty and warm, cupping the hands over the eyes, inhaling the warmth of the touch. And as you exhale, releasing the hands away from the face, a gentle transition from darkness to light. Good morning, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure to guide you in today's Sunrise Vinyasa practice. Later today, we're going to be looking at doing a little bit of a Pilates fusion with a little bit of yin at the end. So that'll be exciting. So we're going to look at getting our sweat on, working throughout our core at the end of the day. And we're going to look at opening up the hips and the chest as well. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to make your own homemade bolsters and all you need are your regular pillows from your bed and a couple of towels. So join me later today at 5:30 p.m. and bring 2 pillows, 2 towels, and that is it. Have yourself a wonderful day. Until we see each other again, namaste. May every single cell of your entire being be filled with love, light, abundance, freedom, and optimal health.